Great day, kings and queens. Yeah, welcome to another conversation with Drew, where it's truly humbling to be able to share this gift with you, kings and queens, this morning. It's truly a blessing to be able to share the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that I've gained through my experiences, also through the experiences of others, and through studying that's causing me to become the best version of myself, in hopes that what I share with you, kings and queens, this morning, it challenges you, stretches you, causes you to become the best version of yourself. This is a terrific Tuesday. It's absolutely a blessing to be alive, to be in purpose, to be full of joy. Coming to you guys this morning, man, wanting to talk to you about the value of life. You know, we live in a society truly that is desensitizing us to the value of each and every one of our lives. You know, whether you're the young black, queens that's being snatched up in DC, over 500 already in a year, whether you're over in Syria and bombs are going off, whether you're, these young black kings, being shot down in the streets, whether you're, over and, in a different country and they're, stereotyping you and imprisoning you because of your religious beliefs, man. We are being taught to, be desensitized to the value of each and everybody's lives. It doesn't matter what race that you are. It doesn't matter what, economic status that you have. It doesn't matter what religious beliefs that you have. It doesn't matter what region you come from. The reality of it is that you are a valuable creation. You are a valuable person to this society. You have gifts and you have treasure that is inside of you, that is causing you to be so valuable to the earth that you're still here. And we need that. We need that in you. We need that from you. It's so amazing as I watch these things, on TV or on social media, and I'm seeing the different perspectives on life. Nobody has the answer out there. Everybody's coming from a scientific standpoint or coming from some literature that they've read, but they never connected to the source to really understand that we all have value in life, that each and every one of us, are an asset to this earth. We have a purpose, just like the sun that's held in perfect position, to bring light to the earth. We have a purpose, just like the stars that's held in perfect position to bring light to the nighttime. We have a purpose. And once you understand the value of that, you begin to look at yourself in a different light. Everybody often asks me, Drew, why is it that you're so positive and you're so giving? Is because I've literally found something worth dying for. You never are living life until you find something worth dying for. And I understand the value of what I have now. It's like I was talking to this gentleman at the gym the other day, and he was Caucasian gentleman. He was saying that he was going to meet somebody off of Craigslist, for some, I forget what the cause was for, but he ended up being held up at gunpoint. And it was so crazy because here it is, a good guy, was held up at gunpoint. There was a few guys with some guns, and they had pistol whipped him. Eye was swelling, black eye, and and they was holding a gun to the back of his head, as they're robbing him, and and he was just like, man, don't do this. He's like, man, I'm the sole custodian of my daughter. I have custody of my daughter. He's like, man, don't do this to me, and it was just so crazy, in my mind as I'm sitting here listening to them, in my mind I'm saying, like, man, like, if I'm in that position, not only do I have my children who I need to love on, and be a father to, and one day my wife and my family and so forth and so on, but I'm like, man, all the value that I can add to this earth, all the valuable things that we can change in this earth, all the things that the treasures that he's placed inside of me to do amazing things in life, like, that's worth living for, and that's what I'm understanding about life, is that each and every individual on this earth has that much treasure in you. You have that much value in you, but again, we are continuously being desensitized to each and every life out there, to everybody, because you are the wrong skin color in their eyes, or you don't have enough finances, or you're not highly ranked in a political field, or whatever the case may be. The reality of it is that do not be moved by this propaganda that wants to desensitize the value of our lives. We are that valuable out here, and I keep seeing it every single day when people inbox me, or people see me at the gym, or people reach out to me crying, needing help. Like, I keep seeing the value of our lives. This is not me. I tell everybody all the time, I'm just a reflection. I'm just an example of the Most High. I believe that every single person in this earth was sent to this earth for a valuable purpose. Not for us to attend religious meetings, but for us to come into this earth with the treasure of the Most High inside of us, to be a reflection of whatever area of gifting that you were designed to be in. Whether it's politics, whether it's music, whether it's entertainment, whether it's poetry, whether it's arts, whether it's architect. Right now, somebody's studying to be an architect. Right now, somebody's studying to be a doctor. Right now, somebody's studying to be a politician. Right now, somebody's studying to go from the 2nd grade to the 3rd grade. Right now, somebody's studying to be a lawyer. But the reality of it is that each and every one of their lives are just as valuable as the next. So it doesn't matter if you're only in the 2nd grade going to be a 3rd grader. That person can have the idea to change this world. It doesn't matter if you're studying to be a politician and one is studying to be a doctor. Those individuals have the same value on their lives. It doesn't matter if that's an Asian professor that's studying to become a professor, or if that's a European lawyer that's studying to become an attorney. The reality of it is that we all have the same value. We all have the same greatness inside of us. We can't allow propaganda and the social media and the news to continue to desensitize us to the value of each and every one of our lives. We just seen it with these young queens that was out in DC. Over 500 lives have been snatched this year already, but it wasn't national news for almost a week. We keep seeing how they continue to try to desensitize us. But the reality of it is too many of us are dying. Too many of us are losing lives. Too many of us are ignorant to life. And that's why we continue to be allowed to be desensitized. What you have to understand, kings and queens, is that the reason why you are healed in this earth, the reason why you're still breathing in this earth, it's not just the grace of God to keep you here for long life or for long age. That's not the reality of it. We're not here just to be here for long life and to be able to see our hair get gray and our skin to wrinkle. We're here for a purpose at a specific time in this generation to bring some type of value to this earth. That's what you have to understand, how valuable you are. You have gifts and treasures that's inside of you that we need in this generation. You were born in the right family. You were born in the right neighborhood. You were born in the right race. You were born under the right conditions. You were born in the right state. You were born in the right country. You were born in the right place at the right time. That's the reality. I know some may argue like, man, my people smoke dope, my people sell dope. How is that the right environment? How is that the right condition? Because the greatness that's inside of you is so powerful that it can change the dynamics and the legacy of your family history forever, if you believe. How can you say that, Drew? My parents abandoned me. It doesn't matter if you grew up in an adoption agency. What you were created to do was to end one legacy and start a new one, because that's how much greatness you got inside of you. I see this on a continuous basis, that every individual has something so great inside of them that they were assigned to this generation, to this time. And that's what you have to understand, that this is not coincidence or happenstance. Your life is not an experiment. Your life is a purpose, and you have so much treasure inside of you that's why you're still here. That's why you endured the divorce. That's why you endured the heartbreak. That's why you endured the heart attack or the stroke. That's why you endured the mental battle of depression or anxiety. That's why you were able to endure it, because the value that's inside of you is for this generation, and we need you. We need you. I apologize for all the ignorance that the propaganda and social media places out there on a daily basis that tries to desensitize the value of your life. I apologize. I don't have anything to do with it, but we're all one race, so I apologize. But what I'm saying to you now this morning, kings and queens, is that the value that you have inside of you is necessary for this generation. It's necessary for us. The ideas that you have inside of you is necessary for us. You were sent into this earth, again, not for some religious meetings, not to just make a living, but to truly make a difference through your life, through your purpose, over an area of gifting. You have that much value inside of you. I see it every single day. Every single day. That's why we have so much admiration for people like Helen Keller. You know what I mean? For people like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., for people like Mahatma Gandhi, for people like Nelson Mandela. Why? Because they served their purpose in their generation, and it's still impacting us and influencing us to this day. You have that much treasure inside of you. I'm sorry, it's not for you to make a living. It's not for you to pay bills and die. It's for you to make a difference in this generation. It doesn't matter if I promise you, it doesn't matter if you just graduated with a business administration degree. It doesn't matter if you're right now in a barbershop cutting hair. It doesn't matter right now if you're on a job sitting in a cubicle. The reality of it is that the value that's on your life is so significant. That's why you're still here. You think about all the innocent babies that's died. When I thought about that, when I used to think about complaining about my life, when I used to think about, man, how hard I thought life was because of the neighborhood that I grew up in, because of the obesity and low self-esteem that I was experiencing, because I had to grow up in a single parent home, because I was around drug infested and gang infested areas. The reality of it is the father said, man, Drew, there's innocent babies that's died. Innocent babies that's never done one wrong, one single thing wrong, and they died. And if you're still here, that means that you have value on your life. That means that you have treasure inside of you. That means that you're here for a significant purpose. Focus on that. Focus on making a difference. Focus on when the time that you have, because nobody knows their time, nobody knows the hour. Focus on what you have right now and make a difference. Become so great, so valuable that when they see you, they see me. Become so great, so valuable, and whatever it is, the area of gifting that you have, you can take that right now, that opportunity, and change somebody's life today. You're that significant. I'm trying to remind you of that. Even if you think you've never heard this before, it's innate and it's intrinsic for you to receive this understanding. You're that valuable. That's why you're still here. You're not still here just because you had some kids. There's a lot of people who died who can no longer be parents to their kids. That's not why you're here. It's not because you have to pay some bills. It's a lot of people who died who left debt to their family. That's not why you're still here. You're not still here because you have to experience some gray hair. Look, man, I'm 33. You understand me? And I got some grays already. That's not why you're still here. The reason why you're still here is because the treasure that is inside of you, we need. It is selfish for an individual to die with the treasures inside of them and them not express it in this generation, in this lifetime that they were given. Listen, I'm not a Hindu. I don't believe in those religious beliefs. I don't believe that we keep coming back reincarnated. It makes no sense to me. I believe we have one life. We have one time to get it right. And it's your responsibility to understand the value that's inside of you, how great you are to make that change right now. You are not truly living until you find something worth dying for. I'll die for this cause. I'll die for this cause to make sure that this message spreads throughout the whole entire earth. I'll die for this cause. I really would. Because I understand the value of you understanding how important your life is. And once you understand that you have a divine assignment, see, this is not something that was created in some laboratory. You have a divine assignment. You were already created in the image and likeness of the Creator with his same characteristics, with his same ability to think like a genius, to come to this earth realm, this natural realm, to deliver to us a purpose and a gift that can shake this nation. Right now, as broke as you are, right now you can do it. I promise you. Yeah. As depressed as you are right now, you can do it. I'm telling you right now. As stressed out as you are right now, you can do it right now. As confused as you are about life right now, you can do it right now. As obese as you are, as out of shape as you are, as unloved as you are, you can do it right now. You have that much greatness inside of you. You have that much value on your life. I'm telling you. That's why propaganda continues to try to desensitize you to the value of your own life. Right now, you have that much greatness inside of you. I see it on a daily basis. That's all that I see. Nobody can convince me or tell me any different at this stage of my life. Because what I know about you, what I see in you, what you can't even see in yourself yet, is that you were sent into this generation not to make a living, but to make a difference. That's why it bothers you when you see stuff on social media or on the news. That's why it bothers you, because the solution is inside of you. It's right inside of you. But it's your responsibility to cultivate that. It's your responsibility to manage that. It's your responsibility to develop that and to refine that. And then it's your responsibility to deploy it. The reason why you continue to be employed is because you have not yet deployed yourself. I'm going to say that again. The reason why you continue to be employed or unemployed is because you have not deployed the gifts that's inside of you. I'm telling you, kings and queens, the value of your life is not for you to make a living, but to make a difference. It's not for you to pay bills and die. It's for you to find something that God put in you that's innate, that's intrinsic, that you continue to put to the side as a hobby, and you make that your purpose. Man's responsibility is to find a problem and solve it. What do we know Dr. King for? Inequality. One word. What do we know Nelson Mandela for? Apartheid. One word. One word. What do we know Mother Teresa for? Poverty. One word. What would we know you for? What will you leave us, kings and queens? That is the value of your life. That is why God continues to have grace and mercy on your life. Not for you to grow old. I'm sorry. Jesus was 33 years old when he died, but he left a legacy in this earth that we continue to talk about over 2,500 years later. What will you leave us? That is the value of your life. Not what you can go purchase right now because you can't take that with you. Not what you can go drive in right now. You can't take that with you. You're not leaving a legacy by leaving a Benz. You're not leaving a legacy by leaving an estate. You're not leaving a legacy by leaving some clothes or some jewelry. That's not what causes you to leave a legacy. What causes you to leave a legacy is for you to fulfill the purpose that's on your life. I can't make it any clearer. That's why they're trying to desensitize you on the value of your life, because as long as you can stay employed, you'll never be deployed. As long as you continue to clock in, you will never go into this earth and make a difference. Because the value that's on your life is not for you to pay bills. The value that's on your life is not for some man or some woman to accept you. The value that's on your life is not for somebody to say that you did something good to appease them. The value that's on your life is for the Father to say, well done. What I sent you into the earth to do, you accomplished. I know it was hard. I know it was some struggles, some bumps and some bruises, some ups and some downs, some challenges. I know it was some tribulations. I know that it was times where you felt like giving up, but well done. You completed the task. You finished the race. That's why it's not to the swift or the strong, but the one who endures, because the value that's on your life, we have to get in this generation. Kings and queens, I pray that y'all listening to me this morning. You can see it all over social media. You can see it all over the news. They continue to try to desensitize us to the value of your life. They continue to try to remove the truth for the value of your life. Just because you're the wrong skin color, or you're the wrong size, or you don't have the right job, or you're not in the right field, or you're not making the right money. They try to continue to say that you're not valuable. The truth is the reason why you're still in this earth is because what's inside of you is priceless. It's priceless. But you have to believe that. You have to accept that, and then you have to cultivate and refine that. And then that is your responsibility to then take it and to deploy it into the atmosphere, and you'll be the change that you desire to see. It's not too late. Oh, well, Drew, I'm 40 something, I'm 50 something, I'm 60 something years old. So what? Moses was 80. Do your research. You understand me? It doesn't matter your age. It matters you understanding how valuable you are right now. Right now. There's not a depression or a low self-esteem or a low confidence or a short paycheck or a bad neighborhood that can stop you. You were created to be able to endure all of that. There's not a negative word that somebody spoke against you that can destroy God's purpose. Listen, I can look at a truck right now, a pickup truck, an 18-wheeler, and I can say to that truck right now, I do not like your color. I do not like the fact that you're that long. I don't like the fact that you're that loud on the road. Does that stop its purpose and its abilities? Does that keep that truck from hauling all of that great valuable treasure that they have in the back of the bed and taking it to where its destination is? No. No. Does it stop it from being able to function the way that it's created to function? No. Because my opinion doesn't affect its purpose. Therefore, nobody's opinion of you can affect your purpose. You're that great. I'm telling you. You're that significant. And you have to understand that this morning, kings and queens. You have to understand the value of your life. I know we live in a society that has tried to desensitize you to the value of your own life. Because again, you didn't come from the right neighborhood. You didn't finish getting that degree. Your skin color is not the right color. I get it. Listen, I've endured that too. But the reality of it is now that I know the truth, now that I know that my life is so valuable that I had to not find something worth living for, I had to find something worth dying for, my purpose. Now that I know that I'm sitting here as a divine assignment in this generation, I couldn't come in Dr. King's generation. I couldn't come, in Jesus Christ's generation. I couldn't come in those generations. But this generation right here, they gonna feel me. Because this is the one I was sent in to do mighty works. This is the one that I was sent in as a reflection of the Father to be a king in this earth. This is the one that I was sent in to make a difference and not just to make a living. This is the one that I was sent in to be somebody of value, to be somebody who creates a legacy that lasts another 2,000 years. This is the one that I was sent in. So were you. So were you. To be great. To be so great. Now, when they hear the last name Anderson, or they hear the last name Mudrow, or they hear the last name Woodward, or they hear the last name Channels, or they hear the last name Helmas, or they hear the last name Watkins, or they hear the last name Sanders, or they hear the last name Mittman, or they hear the last name Evans, or they hear the last name Woodford, or they hear the last name Montana. When they hear the last name Johnson, they should say that, man, that person, that individual was so great that we'll never forget about him. You're that great. Listen, you're that valuable. But the value is not in what you purchase. The value is inside of you. The valuable is what you were sent into this earth to develop, to cultivate, to refine, and to pour out until no more is left. That's where the value is. And that's why the society continues to try to devalue you by your skin color, by the length of your hair, by the color of your eyes, by the neighborhood, by the finances you have. But the Most High is here to remind you today through Andrew Clayborn that the value that's you is inside of you. And nobody can stop that. Nobody can take that away. Nobody can change that. Nobody can erase that. But when you understand, kings and queens, that the only one who stops you from being valuable is you, you'll become so relentless to find out the purpose that's on your life, to find out what gifts you carry. It doesn't have to look like a basketball player. It doesn't have to look like an entertainer or a singer. It doesn't have to look like an actor or actress. It doesn't have to look like an architect or politician. But whatever it is, whatever that looks like, find a source who gave it to you. Establish a real authentic relationship with him. And allow him to reveal to you how significant you are to him. And once you recognize how significant you are to the source, it doesn't matter what anybody's opinion is anymore. I'm telling you right now. They can say, Drew, I don't like how you say it. They can say, Drew, I don't like how tall or short you are, how thick or skinny you are. Listen to me, kings and queens. They gonna get this work in my generation. I promise you. I'm gonna be over in Africa. I'm gonna be over in Asia. I'm gonna be over in Europe. And listen, if they need me in Antarctica, I'm going. You understand? I'm gonna just have to layer up. I'm going because they need this truth. but they need yours. So the value of your life is priceless, not by what you purchase, but by your purpose. I love you, kings and queens, for tuning in. This is a terrific Tuesday. Thank you guys for the support. But remember, it's not a look, it's a lifestyle, because we do this every day, not to impress people, but to leave an impression in this earth. Thank you, everybody. If you can do me a great thank you by going to the bottom and hitting that share button so this message can spread. And I also want to say thank you to everyone who continues to donate to the movement, who continues to donate to the cause. And if you are being led and you feel it on your heart to donate, hit me up in my inbox, or hit me up in the DM, or hit me up wherever you can reach me at, for further instructions on how you can become part of the donation team. I love you, kings and queens, man. Y'all have a terrific Tuesday, but understand the value is not in what you purchase, it's in your purpose. I love you. God bless.